Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Diane. You found me. I didn't know if anybody would see I was coming on or not. Uh, yeah, just thought we'd get together and have some tea. I have the pretty mug that Bumblebee gave me. I'm having English breakfast tea with milk, and actually, I've been sweetening things with maple syrup, the real maple syrup. And I sweeten my coffee like that now and my tea. It's good. Yeah, I have some things I'd like to talk about. First of all, I've been trying not to do my eBay and Poshmark except for maybe it takes me about a half hour in the morning or afternoon whenever I do it to put a few listings on. They're not new listings. I'm relisting or selling similar. And then they get transferred over to Poshmark, and they're new to Poshmark. So that's why I'm getting more sales on Poshmark, I assume. I had a horrible eBay week so far. I had 3 days in a row with no sales, no eBay sales. I thought something was wrong. One of the reasons was I had forgotten to redo my sales and there was no sales on. And the other thing was I haven't been doing offers to watchers like I was doing. So when I started doing that, I have gotten some sales now. Not many. It's going to be a terrible week again, but that's okay. My interests are going to other things now. It's snowing here, big flakes of snow. It's covering the grass already. 2 days ago, it was 66 degrees. It's just up and down. I think it's better just for our psyche to have winter come and just stay. And don't give us a taste of these, warm days. Just keep it cold, keep it, it can be snowy or not snowy, just not muddy. And, but just not like spring. You had a snowstorm yesterday. Yeah, it's snowing. It's snowing quite a bit here. I don't think it's supposed to amount to a huge amount, but yeah, the temperature is low. Yesterday we had the wind. It wasn't real cold yet. It was in the 40s, but it was really windy again. So I intended on doing some sort of a video outside yesterday, but it was too windy. The day before that, I did do some of my seed planting because it was warm. Even though it was windy that day too, I did it inside the garage. So the door was open, it was windy, and I had the light, but it wasn't, I couldn't film it because the wind was way too loud. But I got, how many? 5, I think, more jugs done, 5 or 6 more jugs done. And I only have seeds for the tomatoes now, and I'm going to wait to do them in March. So I need to go to the store and buy some more seeds of different things. So far, I think, I didn't count them, but I have 13 or 14 jugs done already, I think. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 or 13 jugs. And yeah, I'll be interested to see if anything comes of this. I certainly hope so. The trouble is the temperatures are going way up and then way down. So I don't know. It's not supposed to matter. But oh, you watched the one of me planting the jugs? Yeah, I just photographed the first couple that I did. The rest of them I didn't photograph because it's hard to get the camera set up and handle everything when your hands are all dirty, and because you have to be handling wet dirt. So but I do put a little picture. I've been doing those YouTube shorts, and I'm gaining a lot of the subscribers I've gained are from that. And I'm getting a lot of over 1,000 watchers on several of my shorts. So I think that's a good way to get noticed, because at the bottom, if you click on my name, it takes you to my videos. I keep forgetting to put on anything about subscribing, though. I always do that. But so I'll do it here, even though, Diane, I know you're subscribed. But if anybody comes on here later, please subscribe. I'm 80 years old. I'd like to get to 1,000 in my lifetime. I don't know how long that is, but, you know, let's try to get me to 1,000. I'm working to 500 right now. I have almost 450, 447 or something like that. I'm not seeing where it's saying right here, but yeah, so eBay's been slow. I've been watching a lot of things on YouTube. I watch YouTube on my big TV more than I watch any TV, even more than Netflix. Netflix, I'm watching Madam Secretary right now. I never watched it when it was on as a series, so I'm binge watching that every night. I like it. It's good. So that I watch in the evening, but during the day, I watch things on YouTube. Things I'm interested in. I watched for a long time, I watched all about the seed sowing, the winter seed sowing. And then I decided I wanted to go back to having a budget. So long time ago, I followed Dave Ramsey. I found his book that I had finally, The Total Money Makeover. And then I realized that I could do the Audible. I have a lot of credits on Audible. So I just went on there and ordered. I didn't have to pay because I have all these free credits. So actually, I'm just listening to the Audible, him read the book, and following along in the book. So much easier for me than trying to read with a magnifying glass. Another book I found when I was looking around for that one was, my girlfriend gave me this long time ago. It's the Encyclopedia of Country Living. When you look at this, is it backwards or is it frontwards? Can you read this? This has everything you'd ever want to know in it. I mean, everything. It's for folks and farmers in the country, in the city, or anywhere in between. It includes how to cultivate a garden, buy land, bake bread, raise farm animals, make sausage, can peaches, milk a goat, grow herbs, churn butter, build a chicken coop, catch a pig, or cook on a wood stove, and much, much more. I mean, there's everything in here. However, the problem is, I don't know if you can see this. Look how small the letters are. For sure, I have to use a magnifying glass to read this. But it's very interesting. I'm going to go back to looking at this every once in a while. There's a lot about being prepared and being self-sufficient, which is, a big thing right now, which is probably a good idea. You can read. You can read it. Yeah, my sight is not good. And these glasses I got the last time, even though I had them redo them, they're still not right. I think it's just my eyes. Maybe they can't make glasses to correct my vision as good as I'd like it to be. I don't have, well, I do have very, very, very mild cataracts. Not enough to have surgery for. But I don't think that's the problem. I don't know. So I went online and I opened up Every Dollar there. That's Dave Ramsey's budget thingy. It's on your computer. It's on an app on the phone. It all syncs together. But I was on it once before, a long time ago, but I forgot how to use it, of course. So that's a lot of the YouTube videos I was watching, those tutorials. Thank God for YouTube. I wouldn't learn how to do anything without YouTube, because I have to see things. I can't just read directions. Well, another person I watch, I think I mentioned this before, was this lady. It's called Blue Jay Acres. She and her husband and a family of 10. She's in a family of 10. They have eight children, a couple of them which are away to college, and one is like 26 years old and he's off on his own. But she cooks every day, all day. She makes everything from scratch. And she's the one that started me thinking about maybe I should make a budget. She's feeding her family of, I think there's 7 at home right now, for $500 a month. And that's basically what her channel is about. But it's all cooking. She shows each meal she cooks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. And she's a great cook. She doesn't hardly ever measure anything. So, yeah. So included, if you go on their website, evidently, her husband puts her recipes on the website. So when you see something, you can go on the website and, copy it down and print it out if you want. So it's really a super YouTube channel. Blue Jay Acres. I highly recommend it. Her name is Noelle, and they live on a 10-acre farm, a little farm, and they just moved there 3 years ago, and they're trying to be self-sufficient. They started with chickens, of course, and now they have 3 cows, a mama cow that's now away visiting some bulls. So they're hoping she comes back pregnant. And then they have 2 babies. I think a male and a female little baby cow. And also they just got their first, they just got a little pig, and it's male, and they just went and got a female little pig. So they're going to have little piglets. Of course, this is for raising meat, which I don't want to hear about that. But Yeah, they're trying to be self-sufficient, and they're making oodles of big gardens. And she just cooks from scratch, and she takes you to the grocery store with her and shows how she's shopping. And she does shop a lot at Aldi and Walmart. She lives in Southwest Ohio. Southwest Ohio. So she lives in my state. So just very interesting to me. I watch her every day. And she has some wonderful looking recipes and food she makes. And she does it so quick and, effortless, because she cooks all the time. So she has made me want to make baked bread, because she makes her own bread all the time. It looks so easy. Well, I wrote down a recipe, and I decided I'd bake some bread from scratch. She uses the dough hook in her KitchenAid most of the time. Sometimes she needs it, but most of the time she uses, Sue. No, I did not. When I rid out my kitchen, I rid out the drawers. I made everything real simple. And I only kept silverware that I thought that I would need. I didn't need 16 of everything. And I read out my cupboards. Well, now when I went to make bread, I couldn't find any bread pans. No bread pans. And no extra silverware. No, Sue, I have not found them. They can't be in this house. I've looked in every single place. Every single place, unless they're hidden in the basement, that horrible basement. And I've looked a lot down there. You'd like to learn to make yogurt. I don't think that's real hard to make. Yeah, it doesn't look hard to make. So I had to buy. I finally gave up, and I went to the store, or I ordered online. I ordered on Amazon 2 Pyrex glass bread pans. They came, and the very next day I made bread. Well, unfortunately, my bread didn't rise as much as I would have liked. It rose maybe half, so it's very dense. I mean, it's still edible. It made the house smell wonderful. It tastes good, but it's way too dense. It's not fluffy and nice. It didn't raise up, like hers. But she says every once in a while hers does that too. So it's just, and I have brand new yeast, but I think I know what I did. I did not leave it in the mixer with the bread hook. I didn't remember how long she let it knead with the bread hook. And when I went back and watched it, it was much longer. It was still 7 or 8 minutes, almost like when you're kneading it by hand. I didn't leave it near that long, so I think that's the problem. So I'm going to do it again. And Samantha, the girl that comes and cleans for me, she gave me a couple more recipes. She sent them after she was here and saw my bread. She probably felt sorry for me. So she sent me another recipe that it's very similar. All recipes are sort of similar. And this lady, Noelle, on the YouTube channel, sometimes she throws in an egg. Sometimes she makes it with honey instead of sugar, or, she changes things. It still comes out most of the time wonderful. So it's just getting the knack of doing it. So I'm going to try it again pretty soon. I think I'll use this bread. The chickens love it. My dog likes it. And it does make good toast. I think I'll make some French toast out of it. someday. I might just make up some French toast. And I don't know. I'm going to, I don't know what to do with the other loaf. It makes 2 loaves is the thing. It makes 2, I have 2 dense loaves. The other one that's in the refrigerator, it raised a teensy bit higher, but still no. I could freeze it, I suppose, but I don't think it's worth the space it's going to take up in my freezer. So I'll think of something to do. I could make bread pudding with it. It would probably be okay for that. Yeah. So that was sort of disappointing, my bread making day. Now I have big news about my chickens. I have been, fretting about, I missed the first ordering of pullets. Pullets are like half-grown hens. They're not chicks. They're past the chick stage. They're in that little gangly, ugly stage. But they're past the time where they have to be in a brooder. They can be out. I don't think I could put them out in 20-degree weather. I'll have to see. I'll have to ask that question. But I ordered 4. They're very expensive. When you order chicks, they're fairly inexpensive. The little chicks. You can order a dozen little chicks. And they're not very expensive. When they're pullets, now they've raised them, and they raise them in amongst people. So they're supposed to be able to be handled. And yeah, you're paying for all that. And they had to feed them all this time. So they're going to come. They're going to be between 6 weeks and 9 weeks old and ready to go outside. You still have to keep them away from your flock for a couple weeks, like quarantine them, just in case. And then you have to be careful when you introduce them to your chickens, because my chickens will attack new chickens until they get used to each other. So you have to put like a barricade, like a wire barricade in between them, so they get introduced and get used to each other. So I have all that to do, but it keeps me from having to go through the whole brooder thing where I have to be bending over and doing the little chicks. Raising little chicks, it's a lot of work. It's fun, but my back won't take that anymore. So this will get them out of the house. I may keep them down. I don't know if you remember when I had little chicks. When you take them out of the brooder, they still have to be kept in the house for a while. And I had like a big dog playpen. It was one that you could fold up and it sprung open. It was big. It was like 5 foot, a big 5 foot circle. And then it had a zip top you could put on, so they couldn't fly out, because at that point they can flutter a little bit. So, and they make a horrible dusty mess in the house. So I think I will set up this playpen down in the basement just for cold days. And then I also have a rabbit hutch out in the garage. I don't have rabbits. I got it for the chickens. In case I had to quarantine a chicken, you could put them in that. So I have that I can put these in, so sort of keep them away from my hands for a little bit. And then I have to make something in the run where they're introduced to each other. But they will not be shipped till March 27th. So I have over a month, well over a month to get ready for them. They'll come in the mail. in a big box, and the post office will call me immediately when they arrive. They come within a day, so hopefully they won't be too stressed out. Yogurt in the crock pot. Now, I've never seen that way. I used to watch somebody that used to make yogurt a lot. It was another self-sustaining family. But I don't remember. I didn't pay attention because I didn't think I'd be making my own yogurt. But they had a cow. So they had lots of milk, and they made their own yogurt, from the milk. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but I don't think it's hard to do. I think it just takes some time. So I'm getting 4 pullets. I'm getting a couple of the same kind that I've had. I'm getting another Easter egger, which will give me a colored blue egg. It'll be either blue or greenish aqua color. I'll get a little Easter egger. I'll tell you the prices of these. Okay, chicks are a couple bucks. Okay. This one Easter egger, $54.99, $54.99. I'm getting another barred rock. Remember Betty? She got killed. I forget how she got killed, but she's no longer with us. I'm not sure how she died. I don't think she got killed. I think she died of having a, I don't remember. Something about her innards. Anyway, barred rock, $44.99. Now the two ones I've never had is Rhode Island red, which is a very common, very hardy kind. They're a reddish color, Rhode Island red. And they're the state bird of Rhode Island. $49.99. The most expensive one is this really pretty, it's white with gold on its, or sort of a yellowish gold feathers on it. And it's called a salmon faverol. They're a very old breed, very hardy. And that little one costs $69.99. So I'm paying a total of $288 because shipping is $69. So for 4 more hens, yeah, $288.96. So they guarantee that they get here in one piece. So they are good. They're coming from the same place that I got my chicks from. And they're the same place that Martha Stewart orders all her chickens from. So that's why I started getting mine from there. So yeah, I'm paying a big buck for these hens. But one reason is I found out that my hens are at least 5 years old. I thought they were 4, approaching 4, but they're at least 5. They could be 6. One of them could be 6 years old. Well, they sort of stop laying when they get older. It cuts way back. Chickens, like women, chickens have only so many eggs in their body. It's the same as women. They only have so many eggs. Did you know that? The thing is that chickens lay their eggs every day, or almost every day. Women only produce an egg once a month. So, yeah. So chickens, they could be out of their eggs there's a whole big thing going around about the food. Everybody's chickens have stopped laying all winter, like abruptly. And that may be the case of some, that the feed was bad. I switched feed, expecting full well that my hens would start laying like in a couple days, and they haven't. I'm still getting one egg from one hen. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's Susie or Sasha. So I'm getting one egg every 2 to 3 days. Well, I need more eggs than that. I just want more hens. 5, that just doesn't seem, when I look at my little flock, it seems so anemic. I need more hens. Since that seems to be what gives me the most joy around here, the hens and my doggy. So, yeah. So I'm going to have 9 if these survive their trip. And if not, they'll send me another one. Either that or they'll give me my money back. I'm not sure what they do. I don't think they like to ship just one hen by itself. But we'll see. They should be okay. But they will be stressed when they get here. You have to just give them a lot of little loving. Yeah, so that's exciting. My son is having hernia surgery next Friday, and my sister, Sue, is having her knee done in March before my pullets get here. I think it's the 22nd. So, Sue, by the time I get my new hens, you'll be home getting all better from your knee surgery. Yeah, so that'll be fun to do. Like I said, I'm still sowing seeds. I need to go buy some more seeds, though. I have spent it's halfway through the month. I've already spent my budget on food. I only have enough money left to buy like milk or cream. So for the rest of the month, I'm living out of my pantry and my freezer, which isn't hard to do for me. I don't eat much at all. So like yesterday, I made spaghetti. I will be eating on this spaghetti. I put some in the freezer, and I have enough for 2 or 3 meals, just half of it that I saved out in the refrigerator. So, yeah, it won't be hard for me to live off my stuff that I already have here. So, I wanted to tell you about me getting my new hens, or my new pullets. Hens that aren't laying yet are called pullets. Roosters, before they're actually roosters and start crowing and start mating, are called cockerels. So hopefully these will be sexed, made sure that they're hens before I get them. So, yeah. I've never bought chicks at this place where I get them. It's called My Pet Chicken. It's a real place. And they have some people there that can actually sex the chickens when they're just 1 day old, just when they're born or hatched, not born. When they're hatched, I don't know how they do it, but it's not just looking at the feather things. It's looking something to do with the vent. And so I've never gotten any roosters in my chicks. if you do, they'll send you some more hens. If I ever would have gotten a rooster, I probably would have kept it. And then I would have had my own little chicks. That's the easy way to have then you don't have to buy chicks anymore. But you can't have one rooster and just have 2 or 3 hens. It would just wear the little hens out. You have to have a rooster should have 8 to 10 hens of its very own. These are just things you should know if you're going to have chickens. Yeah, try that EveryDollar online. You could do it right on your iPad. It's sort of fun to learn. And it does things, you fill things out every day or every couple days. Yes, I definitely need a budget. By the way, this is my daughter's birthday today. She's not speaking to me. Well, she did thank me for her birthday gift, which was a check. Just a regular birthday check. It wasn't anything big. But other than that, she hasn't spoken to me for a week. I'm not going to go into that whole thing, but Sue knows about it. So yeah, Sue, we came to that. Anyway, I'm going to close for now and have the rest of my tea. Hope it didn't get too cold here. That's one thing about, I don't like cold coffee, but I don't mind cold tea. I'll drink cold tea. So I will see you on Sunday when I'm on to tell you about what I sold for the week. It's going to be kind of sad. Unless things really pick up in the next couple days. So I will see you all then. Thank you so much for coming, Diane and Sue. And let me know if you find a thing about yogurt. Or if I find something, I'll send it to you, a YouTube video or something. So I'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for joining. Bye.